receiver. Temperatures in the mid-70s. After 3 or 4 days of rain in southern Ohio, the weather couldn't be better. Only score of the third quarter so far was by the Steelers.
Holding number 26, defense, 5 yards, first down.
Woodson called for a hold, but more importantly, it gives the Bengals a first down.
Anytime that you give a quarterback a lot of time to throw, it's almost impossible to cover the wide receivers. So that's going to cause some kind of a holding penalty, because you can only cover those guys for a certain period of time. And then after that, shoot, it's just everybody's running free after that point.
Holman and Caddis, 2 tight ends in the game on first down for the Bengals. Eric Ball still in, replacing Mickey Woods. James Brooks down close to the 30-yard line as David Little, a 9-year veteran from Florida, a co-MVP along with Rod Woodson for the Steelers last year, made the stop for the Pittsburgh Steelers, a gain of just 2 yards on the play. Little, number 50.
James Brooks, he's got those quick feet. He can find the hole. You've seen him catch a ball today. You've seen him run the ball. He's blocked well today. You hear a lot about Herschel Walker being an all-around back. This guy's in the same category.
Everything you can possibly do, he does, including block. Dyson needs some help now, and he gets it from the 12th man as he steps out of bounds, then fires downfield. Incomplete pass. Let's see if that really is out. It was an incomplete pass. Stops the clock with 5:58 to play.
Tim Johnson, number 78, was hot on his trail.
Johnson, a third-year player from Penn State. Joe Green now coaching the defensive lineman for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tell you, Joe looks good enough to suit up too, doesn't he?
He certainly does. And he said Tim Johnson is his best pupil. He's a guy that he can tell him how to do something. He goes right out there and does it right away. And Tim Johnson came into this game looking forward to playing against Anthony Munoz.
Third down and 9. Esiason makes the connection for a first down to the 16-yard line. Tim McGee, so fast, elusive, 5'10", 175 pounds, a #1 draft choice 4 years ago, Tennessee.
You know, it's always interesting to me when I watch these little teeny referees take these big old guys and push them back from a fight. It's like we got a 150-pound referee pushing back a guy who weighs 280 pounds.
Aaron Jones, 97.
This is just a nice shot here by Boomer Esiason. Finds McGee coming towards the backside. Finds that little area, and that hit, almost a little bit of a late hit there. That's what McGee is complaining about when he jumps up.
This game almost turned when Everett made the interception and had it back down inside the 25-yard line of Cincinnati. But it was negated by a foul call. That was the altercation before.
Boomer running toward the fight. That's not a real smart move.
Stanford Jennings turning wide and is knocked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
In those division games, when you get a team that you got to play a couple times in the course of the year, a lot of times tempers are going to flare. Football being a game, a tough collision sport the way it is, that guys get a little bit upset.
Like a lot upset. Steelers an angry bunch coming off the most lopsided defeat in the franchise history. Looked like they're going to get back into this game, but now the Bengals ready to take it in, it would appear, as they turn upfield in the person of Eric Ball, and he's down at the 3-yard line.
I talked to Eric Ball before the game, and he said that he's a little concerned about his weight. He said he doesn't feel like he's heavy enough to pound up in there and keep going in a forward direction. He thinks he needs to gain a few pounds. But sometimes he gets up into some of those linebackers, and at the weight that he is now, he can't just be as devastating as he wants to be.
Number 78 and 77 offense are eligible.
Bengals go to an interesting formation here. Rodney Holman goes in at fullback. He switches, and James Brooks comes over. He's lined up on the left side at tight end. Running for the end zone and heading in is James Brooks. Did he track the plane? He did not. He's right down to the goal line, but he did not get in. So as Holman goes to the fullback, Brooks comes around from that, actually a flanker to the left position on an end around, and gets close but not in, Ahmad.
There you see Brooks coming around on that back around. He's trying to get to that flag. He's knocked out just as he gets to that flag. A good play by Woodson, keeping him out of the end zone. He can't cut back in. Woodson is really keeping him from cutting back in. And just when he tries to go to the flag, Woodson makes an excellent tackle to keep him from scoring.
First and goal for the Bengals. The second and goal, and bang, they're down to the goal line. But again, the linesman comes in and signals not over the plane. James Brooks ran it, and it'll be third and goal now for the Bengals.
Hardy Nickerson, number 54, coming up to put the stops on James Brooks there. This is, you would think that how come a team can't go 1 inch or 1 foot? This is tough going right down here. So you see Nickerson come up, filling that hole, and just nailing James Brooks for no gain.
Sam White's who's got a deep bag of tricks. They might be going over the left side. Munoz, though, and you need a yard. That's a good place to go and get one.
He didn't go to the Pro Bowl 8 years in a row for nothing.
Munoz into the end zone goes Stanford Jennings for the touchdown. Bengals extend their lead to 26-10. Bruce Reimers and Anthony Munoz on the left side led the blocking. Doesn't get any easier for Chuck Noll next week, does it, Ahmad? You guys go against the Vikings next?
Oh, I tell you,
are they something? Saw them last week.
In this league, in this business, you don't get to reflect back on anything very long. It's another game coming up. Whether you win or lose, you got to play again in 7 days.
Gallery hits the extra point, and it's a 27-10 game, Cincinnati.
There is a point at which all things must evolve. For small cars, that point is here. Introducing the Mazda Protege, a small car that's expansive in room, powerful, and born of Kansei engineering, so the way it feels will change the way you feel about small cars. The new Protege from Mazda.
It just feels right.
If you don't want to slow down on your way home,
it's the right beer now.
If you think having fun means jumping in with both feet,
it's the right beer now.
You realize that in some sports, you can't call a timeout. So call for the silver bullet, the one that won't slow you down.
Coors Light. Yeah, it's the right beer now.
The struggle for excellence is the spirit behind running a business. It's the only way to run an airline. At Northwest, helping you do business is putting us on the fast track. In all we do, we're striving to jump the line from the merely good to being great. Because being the best is the only thing we want to be.
Long after the game is over, NBC Sports is still on the line. Dial 1-900-226-8000 for NBC Scores Plus. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
All right, right here, you're going to see Munoz block out here. You're going to see Holman come in and take on David Little, number 50 right there. Then the back will jump right through here. Now, this is a perfectly designed play. This is the way it looks on the board. Yeah, that's easy. That's easy there.
Right on in. And a 27-10 lead for the Bengals. Now the kickoff. Johnson hits a long kickoff. Rod Woodson takes it out. 10, 20, 30. Look out. Woodson to the 50. Rod Woodson still on his feet. Now they signal him out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Next he throws the ball. He just stepped down the white line, or he almost would have gone the distance.
I think his disgust is because the kicker is the one that ran him out of bounds. He could have done anything to the kicker and he wouldn't have made a tackle. Now you see Woodson, he's hit this baby going full speed. Here he comes down the sideline. The only guy in front of him is the kicker. Now he's starting to pick up even more speed. Oh, there's that right foot right on the line. Left foot's on the line. 2 steps on the line. I think that's considered out of bounds.
Great second look. The executive producer of NBC Sports is Terry O'Neill. The producer of today's game, Terry Ewert. Our director, Ted Nathanson. Don Crickey with Ahmad Rashad. 3:17 to play, third quarter. The Steelers have the ball. First down and 10 at the 37-yard line of the Bengals. Mister gets time and makes the connection, but the ball is dropped by Dwight Stone. Hands of Stone on that play.
Stone, having been a running back, you got to get used to the ball coming at you at a different angle when you play wide receiver. You're not, you're much further away from the quarterback, and it's a little bit of a adjustment to try to catch the ball when you've been a running back the majority of your career, and all of a sudden they make you a wide receiver.
He can also play defensive back, Dwight Stone.
He knocked that ball down like a defensive back.
That's right. Forgot his position. Here's Worley. They're going after him. The big Bengal linebacker is Leon White, who's really starting to come out. A fourth-year player from BYU on the outside, 51. 4-yard gain for Tim Worley. Extra defensive backs now come in for the Bengals. Barney Bussey and Solomon Wilcots come in.
There's another look at Big Worley hitting that hole. And a great tackle there by Leon White. He meets him head on.
Third down and 7 for the Steelers. 34-yard line of Cincinnati. 2:25 to play, third quarter. Bengals lead 27-10. A blitz. And they get him. Barney Bussey coming on a safety blitz. Number 27. And the Steelers are thwarted again by the all-out pass rush of the Bengals.
There's Bubby Bristol, you see, taking a snap. And no sooner than he gets back, Barney Bussey meets him right back there at the pass. Somebody has got to hit that guy. Bristol said he knew he was in a little bit of trouble last week when he broke the huddle. A couple of guys asked him what they did on the play. that's an indication that somebody's in trouble.
Not quite on the same page, and back into punt is Newsom. Hits it very high. Very well done by Newsom. Positioning the ball inside the 10, and the Steelers special teams do a terrific job downing the ball at about the 1-yard line. I guess that is about as good as you can do it. So the Bengals get the ball back, but they got 100 yards to go when they take it over.
I like catching a ride. The fire in your eyes. Heading upstream. Girl of my dreams and cold Coors beer. It takes a part of this country as cold and clean as the Rockies to brew a beer as pure and natural as Coors. Brewery fresh, just like you like it. Tap an ice cold Coors with a friend of yours. A Rocky Mountain legend, an American original.
Build and shape our future, we invite you to learn the technology of tomorrow while you serve your country in the Navy of today.
Introducing the Adidas Torsion basketball shoe. Moves the way your foot moves. Created with one thing in mind: winning. If you really want it, you can. Adidas Torsion.
Bengals in command here at Cincinnati, just like when it seemed that the Pittsburgh Steelers were getting something going, Ahmad. Here comes that blitz again.
I'm telling you, the Cincinnati Bengals, it's almost like a wave. Now, a lot of people have asked me how the game has changed. Well, when I played, guys didn't dance like this. Watch Barney Bussey after he makes his sack number 27. There he gets up. Whoa. Yeah. He could have been a guy out in the front of the parade with that, what do you call that guy with the hi-hat and the thing that the drum major.
Drum major. You got to have a dance if you're anybody in this league now.
That's right. You're nobody if you can't dance.
Ickey Woods made some money with his.
And it was one of the ugliest dances I've ever seen, but it worked.
They spotted the ball at the 3-yard line, not the 1, after they had a conference, and that's where the Bengals start out now. And Boomer, living dangerously, lets her go deep, but can't make the connection. On the fly was Kendall Smith, the rookie wide receiver from Utah State. Very fast player.
Wide receivers always like when you get down in this area because you got a chance to go 97. You know, you don't get that opportunity many times. I know it makes coaches crazy, but if you ask any wide receiver when your team is backed up on the 1, 2, 3 yard line, they're always open. Hit me deep, babe.
Well, they might be going to it again with a 17-point lead, and Boomer in position to gamble if he chooses to again. They run the ball, and that's very close to a safety. Very well done. James Brooks ran it, and he was knocked down. Keith Willis got him. 93, who's been a nemesis for the Bengals. They've had trouble blocking him. Jim McNally, the offensive line coach for Cincinnati, said over the years we've had great success against the best pass rushers like Gastineau when he was in his prime and Howie Long, but we've never been able to block Keith Willis.
You see Keith Willis here. He was almost in position to take the handoff, and it's a good job by James Brooks of getting out of that end zone, and he's a little teeny guy.
Doctors checking the x-ray. That might have Ickey Woods' ankle. Four wideouts in the game now. Ira Hillary and Kendall Smith come in. Boomer on 3rd and long stands in, lets it go, makes the connection. Did McGee catch it? They ruled that he did. That might be the best play of this game.
Tim McGee is coming on strong. That was an excellent catch. That's a big league play there. He had a chance at, I mean, if he wasn't prepared for that, he could have got 1 foot in and 1 foot out, but he had everything about him, and he just caught the ball and came down with both feet in bounds. Here you see the route again. McGee, this is just an out pattern, about a 15-yard out ball. Now watch what he does once he catches the ball. Both feet together, right in on the field. First down, Bengals.
Almost down the white line. But it goes as a reception. Tim McGee makes a big play for the Bengals. Now Ickey Woods is on the card, and apparently this could be more serious than was first thought.
They've got him packed in ice there. That's a ride that not many players want to take. You want to always walk off of a football field.
You ever made that ride?
No, I've never made that ride.
After review by the replay official, the play stands. First down.
Lions had you pretty close to it one day, though, didn't they?
Yeah, they didn't have those carts when I was playing. They made you walk off no matter what was wrong with you.
First down and 10 for Cincinnati. They take the reverse. James Brooks runs. Look at that stick, man. Woodruff comes up, makes the hit. That was
Larry Griffin.
Yeah, Larry Griffin, 22.
They gave him the old high-low that time. You watch James Brooks. James Brooks takes his ball and fakes the reverse. Hey, it fooled our cameraman. Now we get back to him. Here he comes. Whoa! That was what they call the high-low.
Brooks is giving a high-low to the Steeler defense.
Brooks, 19 carries, 110 yards. It'll take a lot of high-lows to stop this man.
Second down and 8. Comes up now from the 17-yard line. Boomer ready to play fake and throw. Downfield, Holman. What a play by Rodney Holman. Lost the ball. And the Steelers might have it. Now they're going to rule it down now. It's the ground forced the fumble. It's amazing the position the officials are in. They're always on top of it.
Great touch there by Boomer Esiason. He just laid that ball right over the top of a couple of defenders, and Eric Ball made the play possible. There was a defensive lineman bearing down on Esiason. Ball makes the block, gives him just an extra second to loft that ball up over the defender, and Holman makes a Pro Bowl type catch.
So that'll do it for the third quarter. The Bengals continue to lead 27-10.
4 years ago, when Acura was introduced, our competitors were a little worried. When we were ranked #1 in customer satisfaction, they said, anyone can win once. But that was just the beginning, because the second year we won again. And now, for the third straight year, Acura has outranked every other automobile in America. So much for the beginner's luck theory.
I think they should have signs that help us. Have signs that like, slow down, cop hiding behind building.
Young man, you're in big trouble.
I hate that when they ask you.
Do you know how fast you were going?
No. You know what I tell them?
You know why I
said, how about you? You had to catch up with me. I was driving down the street and I saw a sign. It said, slow down, road coming to an end. What am I slowing down for? We'll go off the cliff slowly.
Levi's 100% cotton Dockers. If you're not wearing Dockers, you're just wearing pants.
Oh, I love it. What is it? Wrong way. How do they know where I'm going?
Out here, people depend on Craftsman. Craftsman tools are so tough, the hand tools are guaranteed forever. So you can always return them, no matter when or for what. Good thing they hardly ever have to, because the nearest Sears is 2 hours away. By plane. Great low prices every day. Craftsman quality. That's your money's worth, and a whole lot more.
Late night, a more personal kind of talk show.
Hey, it's me, Dave. I'm in your house.
Browns just broke the tie with the Jets. Bernie Kosar 6 yards to Tim Manoa for the go-ahead touchdown. Raiders continue to lead on that field goal in the third quarter. Look at some of the other scores. No scoring in between Miami and New England in the third quarter. Dolphins continue to win big. Esiason can't make the out throw, trying to get Kendall Smith. Second down and 10 comes up now for Cincinnati. We're told Ickey Woods has a sprained ankle.
False
Could be a
start.
fracture, fortunately.
On the offense, 5 yards, still first down.
We'll see the play that Ickey got hurt on. Here it is, Ahmad.
He looks like, it appears that he's lucky to just have a sprained ankle. Look at his knee turn the other way. Knee and foot, he's been carted off the field, and if it's a sprained ankle, I think everybody's lucky and happy, because he looked like he could have done some knee damage on that play.
Bengals just went into alignment without the huddle. A controversial offense that produced more yards than any team in the NFL last year. Quick out goes to Tim McGee, but the Steelers are there to knock him down for virtually no gain. Well, they're getting 3 where they spot the ball, and it brings up third down and 10.
Confidence builders for a wide receiver when you catch those little short balls like that.
Total yards through 3 quarters.
And once again, the only stat that concerns me or Chuck Noll is that one that's on the scoreboard.
They only pay off in final numbers. And the numbers are Cincinnati 27, the Steelers 10. Boomer throw. Nice play. Kendall Smith. That quick out pattern, and Esiason, strong of arm, gets it right on his numbers. Wayne Woodruff was covering, and he was right on the play, but the throw was perfect. 12-yard gain.
And the Bengals going again with their hurry-up offense. Here's a route by Kendall Smith. It's a nice route. He runs down, presses the guy back, breaks it off, and Esiason puts that ball on there with some steam. He's such a big guy, and he's such an easy motion that you don't know how hard he's throwing the ball, unless you're on the other end of it.
Bengals working that no-huddle offense here, Ahmad.
You know, in their real huddle, they're only like 3 yards from the ball anyway.
Boomer takes a look. Look at that line block for a long ball. Downfield, it is caught by Carl Parker down at the 2-yard line. Carl Parker, a rookie from Vanderbilt, makes Brooks, his first reception in the NFL, and it's a spectacular one.
Great throw by Esiason, and a great catch by Parker. 51 yards. And when you're a rookie from Vanderbilt, you always have to prove yourself, and I think he just did it with that play. This is just a stop-and-go pattern. You see Parker slow down and then take off. You never should slow down. You got to keep going.
77 offense.
Esiason throws it. That's a tough catch, catching that ball back over your head like that. That's something you can't teach.
What a fucking catch.
Great catch by Parker.
The Bengals in position to take it in again. First and goal. James Brooks behind Montoya. James Brooks goes in. Nobody laid a glove on him. And the route is on as the Bengals extend their lead now to 33-10 with the extra point coming up.
That is a frightening sight for any cornerback or outside linebacker to see Brooks come flying around the end with a big guy like number 65, Max Montoya, in front of him. There's nothing you can really do. And Brooks just waltzed into the end zone with no dance afterwards either.
No, he doesn't do that.
Very businesslike. It's like
in the end zone as often as he is him out. I guess he scored 14 touchdowns last year.
Yeah, he'd dance himself crazy if he danced after.
34-10. We'll be right back after these messages from your local station.
The Nut House Hotel's proud owner, Mrs. Edwina Nutt.
I'm a little goodie for you.
Sometimes you treat me like a child.
Stop it.
The Nut House premieres Wednesday.
Look, there's one more thing. I'm thinking of hiring a college kid to replace Davis.
You're kidding. Honor student. Yeah, but he's just out of school. He can't have any experience.
I'm not too sure. He strikes me as a very determined guy.
Yeah, but isn't a college kid a little young to handle that job?
Maybe.
Move out!
But this guy's an Army lieutenant, Bob. ROTC has been training him for the last 4 years.
All right. When can I meet him?
Army Reserve Officers Training Corps. The smartest college course you can take.
Buick knew it, and now the J.D. Power Initial Quality Survey confirms it. Owners rank Buick among the most trouble-free cars. In fact, Buick LeSabre was just named the most trouble-free full-size car sold in America. Right now, your better Buick dealers are closing out their entire inventory at year-end clearance prices. Plus, get low 2.9% GMAC financing, or depending on the option package you choose, up to $1,500 factory cash back. Remember, the most trouble-free cars are at your better Buick dealer.
What's that, Lucille? The new what? Oh, you're talking about that brand new McChicken sandwich at McDonald's. The one with that down-home taste. Tender, juicy old white breast meat with spicy seasoning. Hate to put you down, but... You can say that again.
And now for a limited time only, try a Cutler-style McChicken sandwich plus small fries for only $1.99. Now that's a special deal.
The Cleveland mayoral debates live on Channel 3 Tuesday, September 26th.
The Bengals strike again as Lee Johnson set to kick off with 14:01 left to play in the game. Cincinnati up 34-10. James Brooks with a touchdown run and 113 yards and 20 carries. Swift kick downfield, deep back now. Bungling the ball is Dwight Stone in for Rod Woodson, and Stone is out to the 17-yard line. Yeah, that Lee Johnson, he kicks off. He kicks it hard. Leo Barker is down to cover. Return of 11 yards on the play.
Now we take a look at this play right here. Eric Ball is going to lead out here. Montoya will come out and lead also. Rodney Holman, number 82, will get a nice block. And then you'll see James Brooks just stretch it out and then cut it back in for the touchdown. This is like they draw it up on the board. This is the second time I've said that. This is a picture-perfect play. There's Eric Ball, number 42. Nice block. There's Holman. Nice block. Montoya. Nice block. Touchdown. Easy.
They walked that one in. That really was a textbook play by the Bengals, and now Brister looks to throw. Hump fakes. Caught. Malarkey, the tight end, with his third catch of the day. Good for a first down. It was on a tip ball.
First down!
An 11-yard gain on the play.
Brister wanted to go deep.
13 minutes and 44 seconds to play in the game.
Brister 11 for 16, 161 yards and a touchdown.
Ball at the 29-yard line. First down and 10 now for the Steelers. Worley runs it, gets to the 33-yard line, a gain of about 4 on the play. Mike Hammerstein made the stop. Former standout at the University of Michigan, now in his 4th year. Worley's run the ball 9 times today, and that has 37 tough yards.
He's running pretty hard. He's running a lot lower than he ran last week. I think everybody is right about this guy. He is going to be a star in this league. Just as soon as they get their offensive line together, let those guys play a little bit as a group.
Catch back to Malarkey. Every time they've gone to him, he's made the play. It's a first down game, but there is a penalty marker down.
It looked like the right tackle was still setting up.
Illegal motion, number 62, offense, 5 yards, still second down.
Well, Chuck Noll, I tell you, it's hard to tell what he's thinking about over there. It can't be anything
Not
pleasant.
happy thoughts.
That's
No.
right.
This game is the property of the National Football League, of the Steelers and the Bengals. All rights are reserved. Second down and 11. Ball at the 28-yard line of the Steelers. They trail 34-10 in the 4th quarter. Brister lobs one downfield. Malarkey all day long. They might work this guy into their offense week after week. That was a tremendous play by Malarkey. He was extended, made the play, took the hit, and held on. 26-yard gain.
It's a nice pass here by Brister. Also throws it over a defender. Malarkey with a great stretched out catch. Those are the kind that you can get hurt on. It looked like he may have come down on the ball.
So Mike Malarkey attended to. He held on, though, to make the first down reception.
This way, Mr. Starr.
Oh, thank you. Life with me dad's a real scream. He needs a star vehicle like my all-new 1990 Cutlass Supreme. It's a fab four-door. With a hot engine that really screams.
Drop in again, Mr. Starr.
Hello, Daddy.
This is not your father's Oldsmobile. This is the new generation of old.
Wouldn't it be great if lawyers showed up to tell you that someone you didn't even know left you like $8 gazillion? And wouldn't it be great if the lawyers brought beer? Really great beer like Keystone, the fresh cold filtered beer in a can that tastes like beer in a bottle because of Keystone's specially lined can. And wouldn't it be great if your boss called demanding information and you said call 411, introducing Keystone and Keystone Light, bottled beer taste in a can. Wouldn't that be great?
NBC sports coverage of the National Football League is brought to you by the new generation of Oldsmobile. Step into the future now at your Oldsmobile dealer. By United Airlines, rededicated to giving you the service you deserve. Come fly the friendly skies. And by new Keystone and Keystone Light, bottled beer taste in a can. Wouldn't that be great?
Mike Malarkey of the Steelers being attended to after making the 26-yard reception. He took a hard hit. So Ricky Dixon was the guy that came up and really put a hard shot on him. Tremendous play by Malarkey, his 4th catch of the day, 56 yards in receptions. Next Sunday, join NBC Sports for a terrific football doubleheader beginning at 12:30 Eastern Time with NFL Live. The Bills and the Oilers, 2 of the AFC's best, meet at the Astrodome. And in the second half of the doubleheader, the Raiders go against John Elway and the Broncos, or the Chiefs take on the Chargers and Jim McMahon. Check local listings for the games and time in your area. Clock is stopped with 12 minutes and 30 seconds to play here at Cincinnati. The Bengals lead the Pittsburgh Steelers 34-10. Good to see Mike is up. Mike Malarkey sitting up now.
Just a shot where he stretches out for this ball, and then Dixon comes and catches him just as he hits the ground. Oh, that's a pretty good shot to the head there.
He's sitting up, and then they set him back down. He's still very dazed.
You take a shot like that, boy, a lot of light bulbs go off inside that helmet.
Thrown the ball to Malarkey 5 times today, and every time they've had a connection.
He was in a real dangerous position, and he was unprotected, trying to make the catch. Just hard-nosed football here. Once again, as we take a look at this, you see Malarkey just catch the ball, but when he comes down, he doesn't have a chance to protect himself, and Dixon, just trying to make the tackle, catches him right on the side of the head.
Ricky Dixon, 29, who made the clean play that knocked out Mike Malarkey, and now they're going to take Mike off on a stretcher. They're bringing that out. They did have him sitting up and put him back down.
The fact that they had him sitting up is a very good sign.
There's Ickey Woods, a Bengal who was injured his left ankle. Early diagnosis was it was a sprain, not a fracture. They did x-ray it. Right now in the 4th quarter at Cleveland, 4:09 to play, a 9-yard run by Keith Jones. End zone Jones has put the Browns up in front of the Jets 28-17. At Washington, Randall Cunningham's touchdown pass to Keith Jackson in the 3rd quarter brought the Eagles back to within 30-21 of the Washington Redskins. Green Bay now rolling back into the game. 10:35 to play. The Packers, who were way down 21-0 at one time,
they must have started giving that manager the ball.
31-28 now. New Orleans holding to a 3-point lead with a lot of time left at Green Bay. Miami continues to lead New England in the 4th quarter 24-3. Dolphins led the favored Patriots 24-0 at halftime. Dallas holding to a 1-point lead. Now it's Atlanta coming back to lead Dallas 27-21 in the 4th quarter. Falcons just scoring. Play has been stopped for over 10 minutes while Mike Malarkey, tight end for the Pittsburgh Steelers, has been attended to, making his 5th catch of the day. He took a head-on shot, metal on metal. Dixon's helmet colliding with Malarkey's, and Mike Malarkey was knocked cold, and they did have him sitting up. Now put him back down, and as a precaution will take him from the field on a stretcher. And there's Ickey Woods. You'll see him injure the ankle earlier as he gets hit here, and you see his left ankle diagnosed as a sprain. The end of the 1st quarter, the Steelers and the Bengals were tied 3-3. Then the Bengals scored 17 unanswered points in the 2nd quarter and took a 20-3 lead. Each team with a touchdown in the 3rd quarter. The Bengals with the only touchdown of the 4th quarter. Very much in command of this game. 34-10 as they look to even their record at 1-1. Browns are leading, so if the score is held up, Bengals would continue to trail the Browns by 1 game in the AFC Central. There's Tim Crumrye making a good recovery after the leg fracture in the Super Bowl.
I'm sure he also relates to being taken off the field on a stretcher because of his injury during the Super Bowl. Fortunately, he was able to come back from it.
Yeah, he made a remarkable recovery. He had his leg in a cast for 3 months. And they had the way they had set the fracture, his leg was positioned turning out his foot, so he really had to learn to walk and run all over.
That happens anytime that you have a leg injury and they have to put a cast on your entire leg. You almost have to learn how to walk again because they always set the thing to where when it comes out of the cast, you think that they did something wrong. It's always a chilling moment for the players on the field when somebody gets taken off like that. All of a sudden you feel your mortality, so to speak. You feel like you could possibly get injured, and it's something that you have to take right out of your mind so that you can go out there and still play that game at 100%, because if you don't play at 100%, that's when you are going to get an injury. But when somebody goes down and they carry him off the field, that's the moment that you may think about how tough this sport is.
Just a hard, clean head-on hit by Ricky Dixon that took Malarkey out of the game. Now we're set to go with 12:20 to play. First down and 10 coming up for the Steelers. 47-yard line of the Bengals. Tip ball, incomplete pass. Carl Zander got a tip of it. 91. He's having a big game. 91, Carl Zander. Early report on Mike Malarkey. The diagnosis was a sprained neck, and he won't be back today, but fortunately he's going to be all right.
Well, that was some kind of a collision. He took the blunt of it right with the side of his head.
Dixon from Oklahoma was the Bengals' #1 draft choice last year. Here's Worley, the Steelers' #1 draft choice this year. Gang tackle by the Bengals on 2nd down and 10.
That's always a bad sign for a running back when you get tackled by 9 guys.
It's not going to go a long way, that play.
No.
Pittsburgh having big problems on 3rd down this season. They're 2 for 18 converting 3rd downs. 0 for 10 last week, 2 for 8 today.
One thing they can be sort of happy about, they have had some half-to-half improvement. They played a little better this half than they did the last half.
They definitely did that. They were down 20-3 at halftime. Throwing on the run, Brister hits Lewis Lips, who comes back at the ball on Lewis Phillips. And it's a first down for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Phillips is down, the man who hit him.
Lewis Lips, just a button hook, they used to call it, just straight down the field, turn that defensive back around, and then come back to the ball. Watch the way he works to the ball and catches that ball with his hands. You just cannot talk about catching the ball with your hands enough for a receiver. It gives you another opportunity to catch it if you can reach out in front of you and make the catch. Also, you're quicker to take off and run with it afterwards.
Phillips at 10-2 after putting that hard hit on. That time the hitter felt the brunt. Phillips having a good day, 5 tackles.
But he got a little bit of a neck injury. Here you see Lips catching the ball. Now watch Phillips gets his head right in there, and maybe gets a little burner, gets a little neck bending back a little bit. You see him rubbing his neck on the sideline. This is a tough football game.
Well, the Soldiers going down this one. Usually when there's a guy out there with a tie on checking you out, it can be a more serious injury.
That's right.
Not the trainer, the doctor's out. Chris Barber is now in a cornerback for the Bengals as Bubby Brister takes a deep look for the Steelers and goes long. Too long. Perfect coverage by the Bengals as they had the receiver cordoned off from the ball. Ricky Dixon was leading the way. Derek Hill was the intended receiver, the rookie wide receiver from Arizona for Pittsburgh. Steelers back home to Three Rivers Stadium next Sunday to play the Minnesota Vikings. Next time out for the Cincinnati Bengals, a Monday night game against the Cleveland Browns.
Doesn't get much easier for either one of these teams.
Browns leading the Jets right now 28-17. Second down and 10 coming up from the 33-yard line here in the fourth quarter with the Bengals in the lead 34-10. Brister swept under. Mike Hammerstein gets him.
That has become a familiar play here this afternoon. If it hasn't been Hammerstein, it's been Carl Zander. Cincinnati has 6 sacks, 56 yards.
Those are the next games for the Steelers. The Vikings are next to Three Rivers, then on to Detroit, playing at Pontiac. Home against the Bengals again. 3 divisional games in a row. Houston and Cleveland.
There's no rest for the weary. They got to get strong in a hurry, or else these teams will eat them up.
Brister on the run. He's got an open track as he takes it ahead. He's close to a first down and takes on tacklers rather than step out of bounds. They say he's tough, and he is. He needed about 3 more yards to get the first down, so he tried to get it with just a head-down rush. He did gain 15 yards, but was short of the first down.
Here you see Brister feeling a lot of heat from Skip McClendon on the left-hand side. Then he rolls outside of the pocket and takes off. Now he's a halfback. He's trying to get that first down. That's why he's trying to spin inside and get a few extra yards, but they seem to nail him just about 4 or 5 yards short.
The Steelers are going for it as they have to, trailing 34-10. Brister throws. Down with the ball is Rodney Carter, and he has a first down for Pittsburgh at the 20-yard line.
Steelers took on that Leon Spinks attitude here. 4th and go. What do they have to lose? Leon Spinks said that before he fought Muhammad Ali. He said, I ain't got nothing to lose. So I'm sure the Steelers felt the same way. 4th down and short, they got to go for it.
Sure didn't have any teeth to lose.
No, that's true.
Actually, Leon's doing well now, though, about. He's a greeter at Mike Ditka's restaurant in Chicago.
Really?
That's why he's come back very nicely.
That's why that restaurant's so popular. Mike made me think it was him.
They had that film on videotape. It was selling for $89.95.
Pittsburgh.
Bertie Pacheco, the NBC boxing analyst, said for $89.95 you get Leon to come to your house and restage the fight.
Hey, Phil, it's Ross. Your bid came in this morning. How soon can you come down for a face-to-face?
Hi, Philip. I need you here for some planning meetings. Let me know when you're
Business is tough. The least your airline can do is make sure that business travel isn't. That's why United offers the most service across the U.S. and the Pacific. United, rededicated to giving you the service you deserve. Come fly the friendly skies.
Hey, Phil, I sure hope you haven't unpacked your bags yet, pal.
When people find Oldsmobile has just doubled the cash back on a new 1989 Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra, they tend to do 2 things. Jump around a lot and buy one.
This is not your father's Oldsmobile. This is the new generation.
Get up to $2,000 cash back plus an additional $600 for qualified first-time buyers. That's the biggest cash back on Cutlass Sierra ever on one of the biggest selections. That's the Big Easy. Hurry. See your Oldsmobile dealer today.
Rough day. Sure glad that's over with.
After a day like this, you head for the beer that goes down smooth as a mountain stream. Bush.
Rough day. Rough day. Your horse did all the work.
Head for the mountains of Bush beer.
Next Sunday, the NFL is on NBC.
Last season, the Bills knocked Houston out of the playoffs. Now, Warren Moon and company seek revenge in the House of Pain.
Then pro football's winningest team, the LA Raiders, wage war with John Elway and the Broncos, plus regional action.
NBC football. It's a whole new ballgame.
Got a lot of people painted up like tigers here in Cincinnati.
Yeah,
in the jungle.
Yeah, I think they may have had an off day out there at that mental hospital this afternoon. Had a few people in there looking a little different.
Right now we have first down and 10 coming up. Nice play fake by Brister. Once again he runs out of time and throws it away. Throws it down towards that tiger area where they keep the mascot.
Yeah, I noticed number 37, Robert Jackson, was putting on the brakes before he got down there near that tiger.
Benzu, the tiger's right in that cage. He grows so fast. He starts out as a cub, and by the time the snow flies in late November, you don't want to be near him. Cleveland continues to lead the Jets in the fourth quarter. Raiders holding to a 2-point lead over the Chiefs at Kansas City. Look at the Eagles come back. They were getting wiped out in that game. Now we just have Christian Okoye scoring for the Chiefs, and they lead 24-19 over the Raiders. Atlanta's come from behind to lead Dallas. Brister throws, makes the connection. Rodney Carter from Purdue is ahead. Leon White and Kyle Zander, two linebackers, knocked him down on a 3rd down and 10 play. A third coming up. They gain 10.
Here's Brister, been pretty successful on these little short patterns. He's got Rodney Carter, just a little stop pattern right over the side where the linebacker left. Carter gets it and keeps it moving forward. They have not had the time to really go deep. The only passes that they've been able to throw are these sort of short rhythm passes.
They have to go to that. They continue to try to go deep, but there just isn't enough time. The Bengals getting a very diversified rush. A lot of blitzes. On 3rd and about 2, Jim Scow, Submarines fullback Merrill Hodge of the Steelers. Zander was also on the play along with Joe Kelly, 58.
This is the part of the field that the game takes on another dimension. You just put the big boys down here. There's no finesse coming up. This is the big strength against strength.
The first down by the nose of the football, so it is now 1st and goal for the Steelers at the 10-yard line of Cincinnati. Bengals in the lead 34-10. Bengal offense, which misfired last week at Chicago, missed a lot of scoring opportunities, really hitting on all 8 today. Brister takes a look on the run, and he throws it away wisely as the coverage was there. Nothing open for Brister to go to, so he had to throw it away, and it's 2nd down and goal from the 10.
Now, when a quarterback starts scrambling around like that, these receivers got to find an open spot somewhere. Don't leave the quarterback hanging. You see Brister, as he scrambles, he's still looking down the field. He's trying to find somebody to throw the ball to. And he does. He throws it to that tiger over there in the cage over on the side.
Benzu, white tiger. Rare tiger.
These Steelers are playing like they're in the eye of the tiger.
Dick LeBeau, defensive coordinator for the Bengals, checking things out. Here's a throw and a catch down to the 5-yard line to Merrill Hodge. Kevin Walker and Carl Zander on the tackle again. Brister trying to work it in step by step, row by row, trying to make those little gains add up to 6. Looking for a touchdown. They've not scored in the second half, or excuse me, since the early in the 3rd quarter.
All those signals being signaled in from the sideline.
This is some drive, though, Ahmad. This might be a career drive.
16th play of the drive, and you'll notice that none of these Steelers are going to quit. I guarantee when they look at these films, they're looking for somebody to quit. If you quit now, you won't be on this team in another week.
3rd and goal. Brister throws, and Carter can't get to it. Joe Kelly was defending on the play, and there was a lot of pressure coming up the middle again. There's been no pocket today to speak of for Bubby Brister.
None whatsoever. As you see, there's Tom Moore, the offensive coordinator, on the sideline. Every time Brister drops back to pass, there is heat put on him from somewhere. I mean, he has not been able to drop back, set up, look for a receiver, and deliver the ball anytime today. There's always somebody that's breaking free. There's Tom Moore to the left of Chuck Noll there, the offensive coordinator. And he's got good plays.
4th and goal from the 6-yard line for the Steelers.
Just got to have the right players.
penalty marker. That judge just threw a penalty marker down the end zone.
Delay of game, offense.
You can't hear. You can't hear.
See, that's how this is such a bad rule. In the early part of the preseason, it worked against the home team when the fans cheer, and now they rule that Brister could have got a playoff and didn't. Brister's infuriated.
Well, see, Bubby has to learn
he's
that.
right.
He is right on this play, but you let your coach holler at that referee. You don't want to holler. He's just frustrated from a long day, and they aren't going to pick the flag back up. As you see Chuck Noll, he's laughing at it.
Let the laughter stop. He's going to say just what you said.
Let him do it.
Second
Gotta
timeout.
settle down a little bit, Bubby. That's not going to help yelling at that referee like that. Once they drop that flag, they very seldom pick it up. Chuck, being a realist, saying, I know that they're making the noise. Just run the play. Just run the play. There's nothing you can really do at this point. And I'm certain that that's what he's telling Bubby Brister. Bubby's had a rough day.
Hey, the Bengals have made it a rough day for a lot of Steelers as they lead the game 34-10 with 6:04 to play. Brister has all the tools to be outstanding. 6'3", 210 in his 4th year from Northeast Louisiana. Was a 3rd-round draft choice. Almost went to Alabama, then elected to play baseball with the Tiger organization and switched to Northeast Louisiana. Tonight on NBC, The Magical World of Disney presents Part 2 of The Parent Trap 3. Then final farewell to a great NBC show, Family Ties, followed by the NBC Sunday night movie, The Bionic Showdown, The $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman, tonight only on NBC.
Is that starring Barry Sanders? Didn't he get $6 million for Detroit?
That's right. Dick Jorgensen, and just what you said about it, Chuck Noll said, I'll handle the differences with the officials.
I think this is a better way to let it happen. I think he said that's hogwash.
Yeah.
That's hogwash.
Or words to that effect.
I read those lips on that one. Be interesting to see what happens now here in the jungle.
Now it's 4th down and goal from the 11 for the Steelers. Here's the rush. Bubby takes a look. He throws it. Either intercepted or incomplete. Looks like it's intercepted by Barney Bussey at the 3-yard line.
Bubby tried to hit that ball, tried to squeeze it in there to Dwight Stone, but he was surrounded by black and orange jerseys.
Bubby Brister said during the week the Steelers went back to basics in practice, trying to get fundamentally sound on offense. Wanted to run plays and keep the defense off the field. They ran 16 plays in that last drive, but it comes up empty at the end. Boomer with a quick out throw to Eric Cattis, the tight end, and he is down to the 15-yard line. Greg Lloyd makes the tackle, and here's a penalty marker called against some frustrated Steelers for a late hit. Clock stop with
unsportsmanlike conduct, number 95, defense, 15 yards, first down.
Greg Lloyd called for the offensive foul, defensive foul. This game has been a technical knockout for some time. We have 5:44 to play.
You see Cattis with the catch, and there's Lloyd. He has him. Now he's on the ground. I don't know where that penalty. I don't know what the penalty was. When things go bad, everything goes bad.
It's really gone bad the first 2 weeks for the Steelers. There were rays of hope today, but they They turn to dark clouds again as Boomer Esiason drops. He wants more. I don't know if I'd be doing this. Get some angry guys coming after you, trying to go to Rodney Holman. 34-10 lead.
That's the closest huddle I've ever seen to the line of scrimmage.
Back to within 4 now. The Jets at Cleveland. Chiefs with a 5-point lead over the Raiders. The Eagles way down, now back to within 2 of the Redskins. They're trailing 30-3 at the half. Boomer with a trick play. One hop. Called for a double dribble.
You know, when a quarterback takes off running, he's a halfback.
Personal foul, number 95, defense, 15 yards.
I don't agree with that rule at all. And he didn't try to spear him or anything. Here you see Boomer backing back. He can't find anybody to throw to, so he takes off running, gives it a little dribble there to throw somebody off. Now he takes off. Now he's going down. This is a football game.
Steelers 140. Their penalty yardage is going to negate their offense.
What offense? 144 yards in penalties.
Bengals move on. First down and 10 as Esiason with a quick out throw. A hard hit put on Carl Parker. Incomplete pass.
Dwayne Woodruff, number 49, was all over that play. That's one of the ones when you run as an offensive receiver, you know that guy's there. He's not biting on this at all. When the receiver stops, here comes Woodruff. And you got to expose all those ribs in there, boy. You want to get those arms down in a hurry.
We know about Sam White and Chuck Noll don't do a lot of handshaking after games. I wonder if Sam wants to put in the end zone again if he can. Got his quarterback throwing with the 34-10 lead. Now they go to the run. Rookie Eric Ball takes it across the 45 and down to the 43-yard line of the Steelers. A lot of time remaining. 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the game. But the Bengals with a big lead, 34-10.
Eric Ball getting some valuable playing time, a rookie from UCLA. A game like this, you get a chance to let him play. And Munoz, you know, that'll frighten you when you're on the sideline. You see a guy that big come off limping, and you want to know, I'm staying away from wherever you just came from. Doesn't look like it's very serious.
Third down and 6 coming up now for the Bengals. Joey wants all he can get. Stanford Jennings breaks it to the outside. He's inside the 20, gets a terrific block, and Jennings goes in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. I tell you, Esiason took some shot when he released the ball. That's the danger you have. You got an angry team, and you're throwing at them when they're way down. They're going to take a cheap hit when they can get it. It's a clean hit on Esiason, though.
One of the key blocks on this run was put on by Carl Parker. Here you see Esiason drop back. Hits him on the side. Now watch number 86 right in for here. Oh, there was the block. We barely missed it. Stanford Jennings, fine running ability after he caught that ball. He broke a bunch of tackles. There's the last one that gets him into the end zone. Another one of those all-around backs that can do everything. Block, catches well, runs well, and gets in the end zone.
Steelers got a big rush, and they really put a shot on Boomer Esiason, but the play goes for a touchdown. And with 3:53 left to play in the game, the Bengals extend their lead to 41-10. The Pittsburgh Steelers this season have been outscored 92-10. Next Saturday, join NBC Sports for the Major League Baseball Game of the Week as NBC stays on top of the pennant races. Next Saturday, some of you will see the Pirates against the Cubs at Chicago. Others will see the Montreal Expos and the Mets at New York, all starting at 2 o'clock. And it all begins with Major League Baseball, an inside look right here on NBC. While not the closest game in recent memory, it may be the longest of mine.
And it's a lot longer on one side of the field than it is on the other. You see Boomer letting the ball go and takes the hit. Quarterback, you got to do that. You got to stand in there and allow the receiver time to get open. And the great quarterbacks take those hits like that.
Tim Johnson beat a tackle, then beat a running back and got a clean shot at Boomer Esiason, but the play went for a touchdown.
Woodson, who's had a big day returning kicks, back there sitting on his helmet thinking, what do we have to do to win a football game?
Well, not give up 40-plus points a game.
And try to put some more points on the board.
This game, the property of the National Football League, of the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals, all rights reserved. It is presented by authority of the National Football League and is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or the use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Cincinnati Bengals and the National Football League is prohibited. Picking up the ball and running with it. A man not used to doing that. Coming down the field, not doing a bad job at all, is 91 Gerald Williams, a backup linebacker. Chris Barber gets him. And the Bengals send out their defense, and the Steelers send out Bubby Brister in the O once again as Munoz settles back. Another job well done.
I guarantee you they don't have any new plays. They're going to try to make the old plays work.
They need a new play at this point. 3:44 to play, and the Steelers have the ball, first down and 10 at their 37. Incomplete at the 40.
Derek Hill, their third-round draft choice, get some playing time, and very needed playing time. They hope that Derek Hill can come around and give them that 1-2 punch they had when they had Swan and Stallworth with Lips and Derek Hill. But first they've got to shore up that offensive line.
There's a throw and a nice catch over the middle. Tight end was stretched, Terry O'Shea, but he caught the ball. And he was ahead on a 2nd and 10 play for a gain of about 7 yards.
This play has worked very well for the Steelers during the day. If you're looking for something positive, Brister just backing up, looking for that tight end coming across the middle. And what makes that happen is if you got those speed merchants on the outside running those deep routes, it gives you an area underneath that tight ends can work in.
Tight ends have caught 6 passes. That was the first reception by Terry O'Shea. Mike Malarkey, before he went out with injury, caught 5 passes today. Handoff goes to Rod Carter, running inside on 3rd down and short. He didn't get there. He'll be 2 yards short of a first down. The Bengals, the defending American Conference champions, have a schedule that looks like this. At home against Cleveland a week from tomorrow night. Then they play at Kansas City, at Pittsburgh, and come home to play Miami and the Indianapolis Colts.
And they've got to feel a lot better now that they see that that offense picked up right where it left off last year.
Rodney Carter, who ran with the ball, was shaken up on the play. Stopping the clock with 2:40 to play. Try that inside draw play to see if they could spring him on a 3rd and 3, but they got only about a yard. It's 4th and 2.
We see Rodney just take that inside handoff, tries to cut it back off tackle, and we can't see, maybe in the little twisting that when he went down, it's hard to tell what he injured on that play. But they've got him sitting up now, and like we said earlier, that is a very good sign.
Cleveland scores again to extend its lead over the Jets late in the 4th quarter at Cleveland to 35-24. Chiefs continue to lead the Raiders. Washington gets a touchdown now, and from a 2-point lead they go up in front by 9. Atlanta has defeated Dallas. Falcons with their first win. Cowboys start off 0-2 under Jimmy Johnson. Miami completes the upset of New England, winning 24-10. And Green Bay rallied to beat New Orleans 35-34. The Packers were behind in that game 21-0 at one point.
Rodney Carter jogging off the field. I guess he's okay.
And we're set to go as the Steelers will go for it on fourth down and 2. This is the third fourth down they've gone for it. Got it on an earlier one, missed once. Looks like Merrill Hodge has the room to get the ball in for the first down. He did. They got it out to the 48-yard line. So the Steelers get a first down. But they need that 32-point play at this point. Down 41-10.
We certainly need some points. This is the toughest spot ever for an athlete to try to play with the score. I mean, it's almost impossible that you're going to win this football game. But you got to still go out there and keep hacking away.
Let me amend that, Ahmad. It is impossible to win this one. We really have a news story if that happens.
I was trying to be optimistic.
Yeah, that's right. Got to be that. And now the 2-minute warning is given, and we'll return to Riverfront Stadium after this.
AT&T, the right choice. Legendary Tom Landry coached the Dallas Cowboys for a record 29 straight seasons. But what NFL coach has taken 3 different teams to the playoffs? Chuck Knox of the Seahawks, Don Shula of the Dolphins, or Marv Levy of the Bills? Which would you choose?
We recognize how important every 800 caller is to your business. We recognize that. And if for some reason there's a disruption in that service, we know you can't afford to be out of business. We have a new AT&T 800 assurance policy. If you're not getting 800 calls for any reason, if it's an equipment failure, if it's a problem with the network, it doesn't matter to us. What matters to us is getting your calls to you. We guarantee we'll put you back in service to a working telephone line within an hour. That's what the assurance policy does for you.
Chuck Knox has led the Rams, Seahawks, and Bills to the playoffs. If you said Chuck Knox, you made the right choice.
Don Criqui with Ahmad Rashad back at Riverfront Stadium, where the Bengals continue to blast the Steelers, leading 41-10. Coach Chuck Noll's team off to an 0-2 start. The Steelers started slow last year, then came on very strong through the last 5 games. They won 4 of their last 5, and there was great optimism in the Steeler camp starting out this season. Sam Weich's team, of course, coming off a 12-4 year when they won the AFC Championship. They actually finished them out with the best record in football after the Super Bowl was over. They were 14-5 overall, even better than the 49ers, although the 49ers won that one that does count.
The one that does count. Those are the kind of things you read in the press guides.
Yeah.
Here they say, we lost 4.
We're at that point, my friend.
That's right. You always see the stats where we lost 5 games by 4 points. Still lost them.
Paul Brown, Vice President and General Manager of the Bengals, with his glasses on the field. He's seen some winners.
We had a good chat yesterday. He was telling me about Bud Grant as a player.
Really?
Yeah.
Throw. Good to see Rodney Carter back in the game after being shaken up. And he gets down to the 43-yard line. He'll be short of a first down. It'll be 3rd and 2. Now it's time for the Most Valuable Player Award, sponsored by Budweiser. Today's MVP is James Brooks of the Cincinnati Bengals. Budweiser will make a contribution to the United Way on behalf of all the MVPs selected in today's games. James had a big day. He rushed the ball 20 times for 113 yards and a touchdown. Caught 1 pass for 17 yards.
And it was a tough ballot here because Boomer Esiason had a great day too. 16 for 27, no interceptions, 328 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Brister throws upfield and it's incomplete at the 27-yard line. Our thanks to spotters Doug Kidd and John Garrett and statistician Mark Wagner. 1:08 to play in the game. There's James Brooks at age 30, as we mentioned earlier. Inspired by the play of Walter Payton at the same age when Walter gained almost 1,700 yards as a 30-year-old.
Said he likes to get those defensive guys all mad at him when they try to just nail him. That's when he can fake them out best. Talks a lot during the football game, but not much off the field.
Really?
Yeah.
He says something when they give him the ball. Bubby Brister eludes the rush. Takes a look. Lets her go. Too high, as coming across the field was Lewis Lips, trying to provide an outlet for Brister, who was in deep trouble again. And the game clock is down to 59 seconds to play. What do you think about the Steelers, Ahmad? Do you think the makings are here for a team that can get it together?
It's very hard to get a grasp on how good or just how bad they are. I guarantee that they are looking at the National Football League from the bottom, though, right now.
Illegal contact, number 29. Defense, 5 yards, first down.
And I agree with Chuck Noll that the only thing that they can do is just get out there and keep trying to get better, trying to get habits going. There's nothing you can say. They know what the score is. They just got to go out there and get better in a hurry, or else they're going to see these kind of games every single week. And it's not Chuck Noll, it's these guys out here. They're the ones that got to play better.
Brister stands in, goes for the end zone, not close. Ricky Dixon made a play on it. And that stops the clock with 52 seconds to play, and the Bengals leading 41-10. After last week's annihilation at the hands of the Browns, Tunch Ilkin, the Pro Bowl offensive tackle for the Steelers, said, "We stunk. We're lucky we didn't get 2 losses for this game."
Well, they're going to have 2 as soon as they leave here, and they didn't smell a lot better.
There's Tunch Ilkin, number 62.
They got to get better as a group, though. It's not just one player. It's a group of guys that got to play better. They got to play better as a team.
Again, Brister is too high as he tries to go to Merrill Hodge. And 4th down and 10. Or 3rd down and 10 comes up now for Pittsburgh. Tell you one thing they have to get used to is the loss of Mike Webster in the offensive line.
And all those guys in the offensive line playing out of position. Bobby Brister, and you can't help but be frustrated after 2 weeks of this. But it all comes down, and we said it earlier about that offensive line. They need time to play together. You got a lot of guys playing out of position, and when you get that situation, you get sacks, you get guys that miss blocks, and you get the quarterback beat up.
3rd and 10. Brister with the penalty marker down, makes the connection. The ball is caught by Merrill Hodge down at the 31-yard line. Bussey makes the tackle, but there is a penalty marker down.
I think at this point again, it's got to be a holding call, but at this point, you'd rather hold than let your quarterback get nailed. That was a smart play.
$14 weeks to go.
Holding, number 79, offense, 10 yards, still 3rd down.
There is a bright spot. They have a chance to turn this around next week.
Couldn't see the hold. If they can turn it around next week, they'll really have achieved something, because there's a team better than the Vikings around. I'm not sure who it is.
Well, sometimes you get backed up against a wall like that playing against the best. It brings out the best in you. It's like the bully that's going to beat you up after school. Either you fight back or you get killed.
We saw the Vikings last week just destroy a strong Houston team, 38-7. Quick out pattern. Stone catches the ball and is down at the 35-yard line. Ricky Dixon got him.
Timeout. Pittsburgh.
And the Steelers call a timeout. Fortunately, they only have 1 left after this.
Let's get that nose. It's Dad. How do you shave under that thing?
Introducing the Slim Twin Razor System with the slimmest cartridge to reach every place on every face.
Dave, I'd give Dad back his nose.
New Slim Twin from Schick.
This is a machine built for absolute dependability. And these are its hardest working parts. The uncompromising mechanics of American Airlines.
Sam White's looking at his Bengals en route to their first win of the '89 season. And they are winning rolling away 41-10.
He said that they finally hit on all 8 cylinders. I think they hit on 16 cylinders.
Into the jungle up in the upper stands. Here's Bubby Brister throwing on the run, and that might hit the band down at the end. So the Steelers don't make it work on 4th down. And now the Bengals send out their offense to run one play into the line and perchance run this game out. Well, the Steelers are out of timeouts. The executive producer of NBC Sports is Terry O'Neill. Producer of today's game was Terry Ewert. The director, Ted Nathanson. Associate director, Ray Benassi.